Hello everyone, Pinder Productions here, and today I'm back with round 13 of my F1 2016 Career Mode series. Today we're going to Spa for the Belgian Grand Prix, and for this episode I will be putting the difficulty back down to hard, just because Expert was too hard for me, so I'm going back to hard for this episode. So we have an R&D event.
Great pace is looking solid right now, but I do think we need to push harder if we want to stay competitive. Here's the report.
Okay, I haven't... Oh. Red Bull are now ahead of us in the vehicle performance comparison, which is not good. Good thing I changed the difficulty to hard so I can maximise my R&D points. I'm going to go for the fuel efficiency because I haven't done any of that yet, so let's go to practice.
We've arrived in Belgium for the next instalment on the Formula One calendar. It'll come as no surprise to many that it's currently raining here in the Ardennes countryside. Spa, of course, is infamous for its unpredictable weather patterns. The Spa circuit really is one of the most iconic tracks on the calendar, and Eau Rouge is one of the best corners in F1 history. A sweeping left, right, left with a blind summit.
Eau Rouge has seen some amazing moments throughout its history. I remember Mark Webber's fearless overtake on Fernando Alonso here in 2011. The whole crowd held their breath as Mark overtook the multiple world champion around the outside at 170 miles per hour.
Practice was wet, so I was on the intermediate tyres for the whole of practice. I got a green score for the track acclimatization test, and then on the tyre wear test I think I got a purple by the end. However, the game decided to wipe my score there, so I didn't actually get the points. And then for the quali lap pace, I got a purple lap time P1 in the session. So here are the resource points. I now have 500 almost resource points. I'm not getting any for the session participation and things like that. Let's listen to the voicemail.
Hi, just letting you know that we've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
Okay, so those are our qualifying goals. I'm pretty confident that we could accomplish most of those, if not all of them, on the difficulty I'm on again. And I'm now going to make the upgrade so that it saves for the next episode. And let's go to qualifying.
It's qualifying time at Spa, one of the mightiest tracks on the Formula One calendar. Long straights, up and downhill, Eau Rouge as well. This track isn't for the faint-hearted. What kind of setup will drivers be looking for around here? It's got a fair mixture of demanding corners. Is it all about finding the sweet spot in handling balance?
It's easy to make your car quick in a straight line, you just take all the downforce off. But when it comes to a track like this, you really need a bit more of a compromise. The main focus here is carrying speed through the fast-flowing corners, but you still don't want to be a sitting duck on the straight.
In qualifying, I went out on the super soft compound tyre, so here I am going through Eau Rouge, taking quite a slow approach to it, so I'm now trailing behind in P7. However, now going up to and through Blanchimont, I'm back up into P1. I got that through the middle sector, and coming up to the bus stop chicane, looks like whoever's behind me is going to try and make a move, or at least time-wise is going to try and make a move. However, I'm still in P1 and open the DRS flap to power up to the finish line, and I'm quite considerably far ahead. Considering on Expert I was only about 4th at my best, so quite happy to be back on pole for the race. And again, here are the resource points. So we have what looks like 121 currently, 209, there you go. Rivalry update, Hamilton is still ahead, but we are catching up bit by bit now that I'm ahead of him in the practice and qualifying session even. Practice doesn't count towards that. Let's listen to the voicemail.
Hey, how are you? I have some information on the race goals you should keep in mind.
Okay, so those are the race goals. Let's go to the race now.
In the 48 races held at Spa between 1950 and 2015, the race winner has only started from pole position on 16 occasions. Qualifying yesterday may have set the order for today, but expect the unexpected here at the Belgian Grand Prix. As the saying goes, of course, anything can happen. And you know what? It usually does. So here we are once again, ready to go racing through the Ardennes forest. 4.35 miles of long straights, fast corners and massive elevation changes. It makes this not only one of the most exciting circuits on the calendar, but one that makes for some consistently high-quality racing as well. Simply put it, there really is no place quite like Spa. Anthony Davidson is alongside me in the commentary box to take you through all the action today. Now, it's a closely matched field here in Spa, Ant, so where do you think we're going to see somebody make a difference?
If they're as close as we're expecting them to be, especially through the midfield, then being able to keep the front tyres in good condition could make the difference. You always lose a chunk of downforce at the front when you're in the turbulent air of another car, which tends to cause understeer, which in turn causes front tyre degradation. Now, too much damage there could force an early pit stop and put you at a slight disadvantage, so the drivers will want to be careful not to be too aggressive early on in the Grand Prix.
You've done well to put it on pole, but we've still got work to do. Trying to cover the inside line off the start.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. It's Ferrari in pole position then, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Rosberg, Vettel, Daniel Ricciardo and Verstappen.
And I chose, as always, the fastest of the two tyre strategies. Looks like the race is going to be cloudy, but doesn't look like there will be much rain as we go to 5 lights now, and away we go for the start of this Belgian Grand Prix. A little bit of a slow start there, bogged down slightly. Hopefully I can make it up in this braking zone, going tight, get the good racing line there. But okay, oh no, Hamilton's gone there. I was about to say, but disaster has happened, but actually it went well, and then Hamilton is now ahead of me. Hopefully I can keep within touching distance of him through Eau Rouge there. Not quite touching distance, but close enough, up into Rich Mix, and I am going to overtake him without DRS on the first lap. Slipstream and Rich Mix alone here. Bit swerving there through the braking zone, but I am back up into first place out of 22 by the end of the Kemmel Straight now. And yeah, this race has started pretty well, considering, I mean, Hockenheim started well, but it ended really badly, and that's why I've gone back to the hard difficulty. However, this race looks to have started well. And here we go into the braking zone at the end of lap 3 as I am going into the pits now. Oh, clipped the wall there, but I am now into the pits. And there we go. Let's speed this up. And out of the pits we go in P8. Here we are behind Alonso. Palmer is somehow behind us, the Renault there. Well done to him, sliding a little bit there on the curb, but I have held it, and I'm about to get DRS on Alonso now. Can I overtake him? All sights there, both Spaniards having a go, and we are behind him, clipping his gearbox there in his rear end, having to retreat to cutting the corner a bit. And now Palmer's made a move on me. Can I get him around the outside? Yes, I can. That's a pretty easy question and easy move there on the Renault. Now Sainz is the person ahead of us as Alonso overtook him there when I made contact with his rear end. So can I make a decent move on Sainz here? 6th, 7th gear and down into the double apex of Pouon, I believe this corner is called. I think all but one corner here have a name. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting fact there, that all but one have their own name. And we are still on the back of Sainz, so we're going to go around the outside. No, I've gone a little bit too wide, not been able to make it there. I'm still behind him. Can we make a move on this high speed section of the track? Keep it in the standard, going wide there, but I've made it. I haven't crashed Sainz out, that's good. So it has been a clean move as far as I can tell. Not in an orthodox place, but it's stuck, and I've done it well on the Toro Rosso there with last year's Ferrari engine in it. I've made the move, and now we're braking into the bus stop. Will we get DRS on Alonso? Maybe, but he's gone into the pits anyway, so it won't matter if we do or not. And we're up into P4, P3, P2, P1 now on lap 5. Here we are, and it's still looking very cloudy. I wonder if it's going to rain. I've got slight damage on my front wing from where I collided with Alonso, or tapped him, in the back, so I've got damage on my front wing. However, it's not making a massive difference, as you can see here, through Eau Rouge. So all in all, I think it's good. However, the sky is looking grey. And now on the start of lap, I can't see P6. DRS is disabled, and there is a virtual safety car.
Slow down, maintain a positive delta.
And I'm having to slow down.
So, it looks like the problem is terminal. They're retiring the car.
So Alonso has had to retire. Very strange there that Alonso's had to retire. I wonder what happened to him. I would have used a flashback, but I totally forgot about it at the time, so I didn't. So I couldn't see what happened really. Well, flashback replay. So yeah, just got to go around slowly now at the VSC pace. And now we are going to have the end of the VSC. So here we are, DRS is enabled once again, and we can return to racing speed. The skies are still looking grey, but I can't see any rain yet. We've got 5 laps to go, 4 laps to go, roughly. So yeah, we'll see what happens in about the weather. I don't know, maybe it might clear up towards the end of the race, I don't know. But yeah, it seems to be still grey. However, dry tyres are holding up well, and through Blanchimont, there's debris still on the track. There's more there. What? At least it's off the racing line, but there's debris on the track. What are the marshals doing? They haven't done their job properly. That could be dangerous, high-speed section like that, with debris still on the track through Blanchimont. Well, we'll just have to make sure that we avoid it. And now we're coming on to the end of the final lap, still in P1. The debris is still there. I've gone wide through Blanchimont, exiting it there. I don't know if there was still debris there, I couldn't see it, but we've still got 21 runners, so minus Alonso, who retired. And here we go, up to the checkered flag and the finish line for the win of the Belgian Grand Prix.
You've really been great today.
A great win then for the Maranello team today. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
So, here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more. And now let's take a
So
look
there
at the
are the
final
results.
standings.
Somehow, my teammate managed to end up in 7th place behind Bottas, Verstappen and Sergio Perez. So well done to Perez for overtaking him. He must have had an issue in the pits, maybe got held down. I've gone up into 2nd place in the championship standings. There you go, last place is Pascal Wehrlein. So that's what the championship is looking like, and that's what it's like in relation to the constructors. Force India have gone ahead of Toro Rosso, so well done Force India. I wonder if they'll actually overtake Williams during this, like they are in real life. So that is the state of the championship currently. Let's see our resource points at the end of this race and episode. So 319 points. How's the rivalry going? Are we any closer to him? Or maybe, yeah. Yeah, I think we are actually closer. We're closing in on Hamilton in the rivalry. +1, +1. All the +1s aren't going to do anything now. I'm still 2nd driver. Probably won't do anything until I win the championship. So there you go. Let's listen to the voicemail. Still looks grey outside.
Hi, Emma here. I had a sit down with the executives today to talk about your progress. Long story short, they're happy. Keep it up.
Oh, good to hear that they're still happy with us. Probably because we lowered the difficulty there. So I've got 19, Hamilton has 21, but that's now a gap of 2, and it was higher than that at the start of the episode. so that's good to see. Next episode we will be going to Italy and Monza for Ferrari's home Grand Prix, so hopefully we'll be able to have a good performance there with our fuel upgrade. Not that fuel is really an issue for the car, but hopefully that will help us anyway in some way. So I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, give it a like, comment below, subscribe to the channel if you are new and want to see more F1 2016 career mode series. Those are the trophies and positions we've finished in so far this season, and I'll see you next time. Bye.